Hello, grade 7. Today we're going to talk about the fourth type of a transformation, which is called dilation. Dilation, which is I'm going to change the figure with a scale factor, okay? Which is I'm going to change the size of a figure. Remember, dilation, which is if I made a diet, so what happened to my size? It's reduction or reduce, which is I'm losing a weight. So I'm changing the size, okay, to be smaller. And if I'll eat a lot of fast food and pizzas, so what happened to my weight? It's gonna to be large. So it's enlargement. Okay. If I have a triangle which is A, B, C, the blue one, it's gonna to be A dash, B dash, and C dash. Do you can see what is the difference between both of them? Yes. The blue one is a small and the green one is the bigger. Okay, which is I dilate the original triangle, which is ABC, to be A dash, B dash, C dash, which is I change the scale factor of a triangle. What happened? Is it enlargement or reduction? Became bigger or became smaller? Yes, this is the origin and this is the image. So what happened? It's enlargement. If I need to enlargement or reduction, so I must have a scale factor. So I must have a scale factor. And we're going to give a variable for the scale factor, which is called K. So if you need to enlargement, an image, or a figure you have, so the scale factor must be greater than 1. And if you need to reduction, which is make it smaller, so the scale factor gonna to be greater than 0 and less than 1, which is half, 0.25, and so on. And if you need to be the same, so it's gonna to be the original figure. So the scale factor is equal 1. With this, when I have x and y, which is any point, let's A, the coordinate is 1 and 1, so x1 and y1. So if you need to be enlargement, I'm going to the scale factor for both x and y. So you have to multiply the x and y by the same scale factor. You cannot have to change them. It must be the same. So look at the two images, the pre-image and the image. They are congruent. Remember, congruent just means same. They are same. Congruent? No. The image is bigger than the pre-image. So what happened? In dilation, the image and pre-image are not the same size, but they are the same shape. So remember, what happened in dilation? It's enlargement or reduction. Became bigger or became smaller with scale factor. Let's have an example. If I have a triangle at the vertex A, 0 and 0. First one representing x and the second one representing y. B, 8 and 0, which is 8 representing x and y representing 0, and C, 3 and negative 2. Find the coordinate of the triangles after dilation with a scale factor of 4. So we have a scale factor 4. So what's gonna happen? It's gonna to be enlargement or to be reduction? Let's think. Yes, 4, which is greater than 1. So what happened? It's gonna to be enlargement. Perfect. So I'm going to write my rule, which is x and y, multiply x by 4 and multiply y by 4. Multiply the coordinate of each vertex by 4. Now, if I have A, so it's going to be A dash. 4 times 0, 0. 4 times 0, 0. So A dash is keep 0 and 0. B dash, it's 8 and 0. So 8 multiplied by 4. You have to remember the times table. So 32. And 4 times 0, also 0. C, so I need C dash. So 3 times 4, which is 12. Negative 2 times 4, which is negative 8. So my new coordinate is gonna to be A dash 0 and 0, B dash 32 and 0, and C dash 12 and negative 8. So what happened to my triangle? It's enlargement, which became bigger. Okay, can you solve this by yourself? I think you can. A triangle had a vertex W -2 and 4, x 1 and 4, y -3 and 1, and z 3 and -1. Find the coordinate of the figure after dilation with a scale factor of 2. So my rule is xy gonna to be 2 times x and 2 times y. I need you to find the w dash, x dash, y dash, and z dash, and you can find it. Let's take another example. A figure has a vertex which is j, -3 and 8, k, 10 and 6, L, 8 and 2. Graph the figure and the image of the figure after dilation with a scale factor of half. So half, scale factor here is half. So what happens? It going to be enlargement or reduction? Half, which is less than 1. Think, if I reduction, yes, reduction, which is less than 1, so it's reduction. So my rule is going to be x and y, half multiplied by x and half multiplied by y. And remember, I have to multiply the scale factor to x and to y. Multiply the figure, multiply the coordinate, by half for every x and y. So first point, I have j, which is 3 and 8. So 1 over 2 multiplied by 3, which is, what is the half of the 3? Going to be 1.5, or just multiply 3 by 1, which is 3, and 2 times 1, which is 2. So the x is going to be 3 over 2. 1 over 2 multiplied by 8, which is, what is the half of 8? It's 4. And also, what is the half of 3? It's 1.5. So you can write it as a fraction or a decimal point. K, 10 and 6. So I need to find k dash. So half multiplied by the first one, which is k, which is x. So half multiplied by 10. What is the half of 10? It's 5. So k dash is 5 and 6. 6 divided by 2. What is the half multiplied by 6? Which is 3. L dash. So half multiplied by 8. Half multiplied by 8, which is, what is the half of 8? It's 4. And 2 multiplied by half, which is 1. Now I can draw my original figure, which is JKL, and draw the image, which is its reduction, to be J dash, K dash, and L dash. Okay. And this is by dilation by scale factor 3. So when I scale factor 3, it's bigger than 1, so it's enlargement. Okay. Now you're going to have a homework. I'm going to send it for you over the LMS, and I'm going to ask you to send it back to me. Okay, goodbye grade 7, and have a nice day.